The man tossed away his cigarette and walked firmly into the rehab center. This rehab had no fences and no high walls. Coming and going was completely free, but the first rule upon entering was to shave off all your hair. When it was Gorski's turn, he instinctively resisted. He felt it was a huge humiliation.
Możesz wyjść. Drzwi są zawsze otwarte.
The rehab had an extremely strict system. All patients were divided into 3 levels. New arrivals were called newcomers. They had to do the hardest and dirtiest work. Only with good performance could they be promoted to tenants. And the highest level was called masters. If they broke any rule, they would be sent back to newcomers and forced to have their heads shaved again. The craving could strike at any moment. Gorski kept drinking cold water. The violent cramps in his stomach were the only thing that dulled the pain. When he could not take it anymore, he pulled out his girlfriend's photo. It was his only comfort. At his friend's funeral, he finally saw her again. Touching her pregnant belly gave him a rare sense of peace, but her father was furious. He shoved Gorski straight into the grave pit. His girlfriend coldly held her flowers and looked down at him. Then she tossed the flowers aside and walked away. Gorski had been using drugs for 3 years. His body was rotting. When his craving hit, his mother poured strong liquor down his throat to numb his nerves. But even when he vomited, it did not help. Staring at himself in the mirror, Gorski's face was blank. The mental torment drove him into hallucinations. He even tried to hang himself. Luckily, his mother arrived just in time to save him. Facing the doctor, Gorski was no longer as violent as before. Seeing he still had the will to change, the doctor sent him to the rehab center. Every day besides labor, Gorski also had to endure harsh physical training. Years of drug use had left his body extremely weak. After running just a short while, he vomited blood. The instructor wanted to send him away, but Gorski trembled as he crawled back up and kept running. He worked hard every day, and life seemed to be getting better. His addiction was not as strong as before. For the sake of his girlfriend and child, he ran long distances and did push-ups every day. The year quickly passed. His condition improved a lot. His frail body slowly grew stronger. Because of his outstanding performance, he was assigned to work at the swimming pool and was even allowed to use the pool for free after work. At first he could not swim, but 2 hours of daily practice soon made him a skilled swimmer. Gorski seemed to be changing for the better, but when a fellow patient hanged himself, he was filled with rage. He even quarreled with the instructor over it. For talking back to the instructor, Gorski's head was shaved again and he had to start over. But he remained determined. He kept working and training hard. Life once again shined for him. Half a year later, he signed up for the National Triathlon. These competitions tested endurance and willpower. When he finally reached the finish line, the crowd was gone. The staff had already packed up and left, but Gorski's face was full of joy. He felt a happiness he had never known, because he had finished the race and defeated himself. But by then his girlfriend had fallen seriously ill. She lay weak in the hospital bed. Gorski looked at her with endless guilt and sorrow. When he walked out of the room, he saw a sweet little girl. A strange warmth made him walk toward her. But at that moment his girlfriend's father suddenly appeared.
Jak ona ma na imię? To nie jest twoja córka.
Watching the girl slowly walk away, Gorski was overwhelmed with grief.